Hi, it's Wayne Goldsmith in Galway in Ireland. I want to talk today about Ernie Maglischo. Ernie Maglischo is one of the great minds in swimming. In 1982 he put out a fantastic book on swimming, which would be fair to say was almost the swimming Bible at the time. It was full of some great ideas on technique and skills and training and a whole range of other things. And in that book, Ernie proposed a couple of ideas that swept the world, if you like, about swimming propulsion. He presented the concept of Bernoulli's principle, where he argued that the way that human beings move through water, the way that their hands move, is a combination of fluid movements, in sweeps and out sweeps and up sweeps and down sweeps, all related to Bernoulli's principle, which relied on pressure differentials between upper and lower surfaces of hands and wrists and forearms. And he'd got that idea from some research that he conducted himself and from the observation of birds and discussions that he'd had with a whole range of experts in that field. Now, Ernie was a particularly bright man and a great coach and a PhD and respected around the world. But most importantly, when Ernie did the second edition of that book, he basically said, "I'm sorry, I was wrong." He said in the second edition, look, I no longer believe, as I did in 1982, I no longer believe that swimming is a combination of sweeps, that it's all about Bernoulli's principle. I now believe, said Ernie Maglischo at that stage, it's basically Newtonian physics, I pull that way, I go that way. Yet, to my absolute surprise, what I continue to hear is that coaches at level 1, at beginning level, are still being fed this S-pattern stuff and are being told about Bernoulli's principle, and they've got to study it and pass it to get their exams. So this is a message to coach educators in swimming and to swimming coaches. Stop teaching S-patterns. They do not apply in swimming. They haven't applied at all, and it was an error that we'd all made a long time ago, which we no longer believe. Secondly, Bernoulli's principle does not apply to human propulsion through water. Stop teaching Bernoulli's principle. Stop teaching people that their hands and their forearms and their wrists are like the wings of a bird or about the wings of a plane, and it's the pressure differentials and the concept of Bernoulli that's helping kids to swim faster. It does not apply. I cannot be any simpler than that. It's all about reaching out with nice, long, soft hands, feeling and connecting with the water, and continuing to apply pressure to the water throughout your swimming stroke. So please make it easy on new coaches and learners in swimming. Stop talking about Bernoulli, stop talking about sweeps, stop talking about S-pull patterns. Keep it simple. It's Newtonian physics. It's much simpler, it's much more basic, it's easy to learn, and not only that, it's what works.